Hello everybody, and welcome to part 2 of a quick look at all of the professions for a structured PvP. Today we will be looking at the Necromancer. I personally love the Necromancer in PvE. I find its kite ability and minions to be fun and exciting. In structured PvP though, the minions fall short at the moment, and staff kiting is difficult by itself. Necromancers are notorious in structured PvP for their ability to not die. Seriously, they have at least 2 different health bars, and you can spec into having passive and active spectral armors. But I think the most important thing about Necromancers is their ability to turn the tide of battle with their condition transfer abilities. They can use skills that can transfer conditions from allies to foes, or turn enemy boons into conditions. These can really help your team be able to do tons of damage, or at least stay alive. Necromancers are strong against Guardians, Elementalists, Thieves, Mesmers, and Engineers, mainly because of their high health pools, lifesteal, and heavy condition damage. Guardians cannot block most of the damage from a Necromancer, and they can easily be kited, so even if they heal, the damage is too consistent for them to last that long. Also, they have a lot of boons and Contemplation of Purity that turns condition into boons. If he uses that, you can use a Corrupt boon to turn all of those boons into conditions and just ruin his day. Elementalists have high cooldowns on a lot of their high damage or mobility abilities, so once they burst, the Necro can lifesteal it back, or use Death Shroud to soak up most of the damage. Then the only thing that an Elementalist can do from there is try to run. Locust Swarm should stop that. Thieves have high mobility and dodging in and out of battle to stay safe while doing high damage. Unfortunately for them, conditions stay on you even when you're invisible, so even when the Necromancer's just sitting there waiting for you to pop back up, your health is still dropping like crazy. But thieves always have the option to run away. Against Mesmers, as long as you're hitting the right person, a Mesmer will not be able to take all of that HP down in time. Simple as that. Same goes for the Engineer. Now let's look at how the Necromancer fills each role. The one you are all probably most familiar with is the tanky, high condition damage DPS role. The most common weapon choice for this role is Axe Warhorn and Scepter Focus. These weapons allow you to stun, slow your target while using speed boost to catch up to them, and inflict massive bleeding stacks. Other than spectral armor, I recommend Corrupt Boon and Blood is Power, or Signet of Spite. Either of those will add tons of damage to your enemies, but Signet of Spite will also boost your consume conditions. You should take at least 10 trait points in Soul Reaping so that you can switch in and out of Death Shroud every 5 seconds. Other than that, feel free to try anything. Moving on, we have the support role. This is kind of a weird role because the ways you help out your allies are very well hidden. The weapons I'd pick for this would be Staff and Dagger Focus. The trick of the Necromancer support is finding all the traits that help your allies, like traits that make your wells heal and add boons to your allies. On top of that, you can add traits to summon wells when you're downed, in Death Shroud, or when you revive. One important part of support Necromancer is the Plague Signet. This allows you to take all of the conditions of your allies around you, transfer them to yourself to heal, or activate it to transfer them all to a targeted enemy. You can also use traits to cause healing when you steal life from enemy, but other than that, you are free to stand back a bit and use your staff skills to help your team. It has an AoE chilling, condition transfers, and fear. If the battle is condensed on a point, you'll be wrecking face without doing much damage. Now for our final role. We're going to take a look at the Necro that cannot die. This is good for kiting teams around and holding points until reinforcements arrive. I love this build because while they're hitting me, I like to use wells to do damage, blind, and siphon health from them while taking little damage. If you use staff and add all of your marks, they won't even notice how fast their health is dropping. On top of that, I like to go back and forth between Death Shroud to keep my health up, and just in case, there's always Lich Form as backup. Make sure you're at good health and all your marks and wells are going when you switch to Lich Form though. This role is absolutely hilarious, and I would advise every Necromancer to at least try it out. Alright, that's about all I have for the Necromancer for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this is maybe one of my main classes for PvP and PvE. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to click the subscribe button below in order to keep up with updated videos that I'll be posting soon. Thank you all again, and I'll see you next time.